gang, it's Maria here from hockeytrainingpro.com and revolutionconditioning.com. And I had an email question the other day. An athlete who was just making a switch from roller hockey to ice hockey, playing goalie, asked for a few stretches he could do to improve his hip mobility because he was trying to play the butterfly style. So I sent him some of the basic hip mobility exercises that I give to goalies who play the butterfly style, just to sort of start working on mobility. And then he emailed back and he just asked, like, well, should I focus mainly on my hip flexors or my hamstrings or my groins or what? And the answer is kind of all of it. And I want to just show you a little kind of magic trick to show you how even tightness in the hips isn't necessarily even an issue at the hips. It could be an issue at the back. It could be an issue in your foot. Your muscles are all interlinked. So don't think of your muscles individually. Think of them as a system. And so what I'm going to show you now is how, using this lacrosse ball, I'm going to improve my toe touch, which a lot of people think of it as sort of a hamstring flexibility. It's more than that, but let's just go with that. I'm going to show you how I'm not going to stretch my hamstrings at all. I'm just going to use this lacrosse ball on the sole of my foot, and it's going to improve my mobility along my entire posterior chain. It's kind of cool, so check it out, and then you can impress your friends at the gym. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is a little experiment. I'm going to see how my toe touch is. So I'm going to stand with my feet right together, my knees straight, and I'm going to bend forward as far as I can to touch the floor. So I can touch sort of my first set of knuckles, my fists to the floor if I give it a bit of a stretch. So with my feet right together, I can come forward and touch my fists to the floor. Then all I'm going to do is take, this is a lacrosse ball. You could use a tennis ball, squash ball, whatever you have at home. And I put on clean socks today just so I can do this video. And you're going to roll that right from your heel all over your foot for 1 minute. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. Well, we'll do a minute on this side and a minute on the other foot. So I'll see you in 2 minutes time. Okay, so that's a minute on each side. And now it's time to retest. So I haven't stretched my hamstrings or my calves or my glutes or anything. I've just worked on the connective tissue on the bottom of my foot, and we'll see if that's improved my mobility along that whole posterior chain or not. So I'll put my feet right together, my knees are straight, and I can get my hands flat on the floor now. And I don't even have to push to get there. So try that for sure on yourself at home because it is really cool. But I just wanted to highlight a point that, even if you feel tight in your hip flexor, yeah, you should stretch your hip flexor. But if you're stretching it consistently and you're not seeing results and it still always feels tight, then it might be worthwhile to get a good sport physio to give you an assessment and see if something else is contributing to that issue. On top of that, you should also be doing some form of self-myofascial release, which is what we did on our foot. Maybe using the foam roll to roll your hips and your hip flexors and your quads, just to make sure that that fascia is working with the underlying muscle fibers and that they're free to work together as a team rather than kind of getting bonded together. So don't get tunnel vision.